What's going on, guys? Zach Feeney here. This is going to be my first video back on Training Field, and I thought I would do it on a very basic topic. The topic's going to be macronutrients for a beginner, how to figure them out, because nutrition is going to play the most important role. Once you have your training down, you're going to need to know basic nutrition, basically what macronutrients and calories you need to achieve your goals, whether it be losing weight or gaining weight or simply just maintain your weight. First of all, I would suggest you inform yourself on what a fat is, what a carbohydrate, and what a protein is, and the role it plays in the body, and learn what foods predominantly make up those macronutrients, such as, for example, fish or chicken breast, mostly protein, potatoes or rice are mostly carbohydrates, and peanut butter and olive oil being mostly fat sources. Also know that there are 9 calories in a gram of fat, 4 calories in a gram of carbohydrates, and 4 calories in a gram of protein. Then to figure out your maintenance, I would say it's going to be a lot of experimentation, but to give you pretty much a good guideline to start from, I would say weigh yourself on an empty stomach after you use the bathroom in the morning before consuming or drinking any liquid or food. So that will give you the most accurate reading of what your body weight is at the time. Take that number you get, and based on your activity level throughout the day, so let's say you're sedentary, you don't work out at all, which won't be most of the people watching this video. But anyways, if you don't do anything at all during the day, you just pretty much sit around, do nothing, or have like a desk job or something like that, I suggest you take that body weight and you times it by 12 to 14. That will give you around about what your maintenance is. It might be higher, it might be lower, but what you're going to do is after you weigh yourself, experiment with those calories for about 2 weeks. Weigh yourself after that and see where you're at. If you've gained a pound in 2 weeks, that probably meant you are eating probably 250 calories above your maintenance every day, because 3,500 calories equals a pound of fat. So if it takes you 2 weeks to gain 1 pound, divide that up and you end up getting 250 calories a day. Same thing if you gain 2 pounds in 2 weeks. That would mean you were in a 7,000 calorie surplus at the end of those 2 weeks, so you're probably eating 500 calories above maintenance. So if your goal is to bulk, that's great. That's probably what you want to be at for beginner maybe. If you're more advanced, then you don't want to be gaining that much. But if you're trying to lose weight and you gain 2 pounds in 2 weeks, then you're going to have to drop your caloric intake a lot. So anyways, that's basically that. If you are moderately active, say you have a desk job, you're sedentary most of the day, but you work out 3 to 5 times a week, I would say take the body weight that you get and times it by about 14 to 16 calories per pound. Do that, I would say this was my category right here. Say you are on your feet most of the day. I'm on my feet 8 to 12 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week at my normal job, and then I'm also going to the gym 5 to 6 times a week, fairly active there, doing intense activity while I'm there. So how I started this when I was trying to figure out my caloric needs, I multiplied my body weight by 16 to 18. I'm more upper in the 18 range because I can lose weight pretty good on about 2,700 calories. And then say you're an athlete. Athletes usually train 2 times a day, so say you're doing like 2 days, I would say do like 18 to 22 calories per pound of body weight. And then if you're even above that, say you're like a marathon, ultra marathon runner, you're going to have to go greater than 22 calories per gram. Next thing up is you're going to have to try and figure out your macronutrients. Once you figure out what a fat is, what a carbohydrate, what a protein is, what you're going to do is you're going to figure out your maintenance. So let's say your maintenance is 2,500 calories. Let me pull up a calculator here. Okay, so your maintenance is 2,500 calories. Actually, no. Let's use me as an example. I weigh 172 pounds. So 172 pounds times 18. My maintenance is 3,096 calories. Say I want to bulk at a pound per week. So you want to be at a 3,500 calorie surplus by the end of 7 days. Divide that by 7, you end up with you want a 500 calorie surplus at the end of every one of those days. So 3,096 calories plus 500 is 3,596 calories that you have to break up between fats, carbs, and proteins. Now, how would you do that? The first thing I would suggest is roughly a gram per pound of body weight for protein, which is usually the good baseline number. It might change a little bit if you're cutting or bulking. If you're cutting, you're going to need more protein because you're going to want to hold on to more muscle while you're cutting. If you're not eating enough protein, chances are you might lose some more muscle mass on a cut than you would if you didn't keep your protein higher enough. So what I usually recommend people for cutting is do about 1.1 to 1.2 grams per pound of body weight in protein. If you're bulking, you could probably go as low as 0.8 grams per pound of body weight and put those leftover calories in the carbohydrates to fuel your training sessions. So let's go by. Sorry, I'm just listening for somebody. So let's go. So let's say I need 172 grams of protein per day because I weigh 172 pounds. So that's what I'm going to go with. So let me write this down too, so I know what I'm going by here. So I'm just kind of freestyling this video, so that's why I'm not as prepared. So, anyways, my bulking calories are going to be 3,000. Let's just say 3,600, round up, because I'm only 4 calories away from that anyway. So I need 3,600 calories to bulk. Now I'm going to eat 172 grams of protein. So that's 172, and I said before 4 calories in a gram of protein. So times that by 4, and 688 of those calories are going to be in protein. Now, next thing I want to figure out is my fat intake. Usually for fats, I like to recommend 0.35 to 0.5 grams per pound of body weight. Keep it high enough to where you're gonna have proper hormones and stuff like that. Make sure you're getting your essential fatty acids down. So I recommend usually 0.35 to 0.5. You can go a little higher than that, but it's all up to personal preference. If you feel better on a higher fat diet, then use more. But I usually feel good within this 3.35 to 0.5 gram of fats. I like to have my diet predominantly carbohydrates because, like I said before, carbohydrates are going to really fuel your training sessions. So anyways, let's take the middle ground of this. So 0.35 plus 0.5 divided by 2, so 0.425. So times that by your body weight, 172, and I get roughly 73 grams of fat. So right now I'm at 73 grams of fat and 172 grams of protein per day. 73 grams of fat times 9 is 657 calories. So as of right now, I have 688 plus 657 equals, so I have 1,345 of those calories of the 3,600 total already getting. So now the rest you're gonna throw in carbohydrates. So 3,600 minus 1,345 equals 2,255. You're going to divide that by 4. It's 4 calories in a gram of carb, and it's going to give me 564 roughly grams of carbohydrates. So to bulk, this isn't my real numbers. This is just going off of what I'm saying here. So to bulk, I need 3,600 calories, 73 grams of fat, 564 grams carbs, and 172 grams of protein. Now, I don't usually hit those numbers at dead on every day. I just try and get around those numbers if they were my numbers. Right now, I'm reverse dieting, so I have different numbers. Reverse dieting meaning I'm coming out of a cut, trying to transition into a bulk. You don't really want to go from a cut to a bulk overnight because you're going to put on some body fat if you do it that way. So that's what you're going to do there. To cut, let's do it for cutting now. So 3,100 is my maintenance, so I want to go down to 2,600 calories. So pretty much what I'd be doing is the same thing, probably 73 grams of carbs, 73 grams of fat, 172 grams of protein. I might need to go a little higher now that I'm cutting, and then you're going to still take the rest of the calories and put them in the carbohydrates. So basically, if you're trying to cut calories out of your diet, they're mostly going to come from carbohydrates, and vice versa. If you're trying to add, drop my pen. If you're trying to add calories, you should definitely do it to carbohydrates. And but like I said, that's just my personal preference. That's how I usually do it. Sometimes if I still want more carbohydrates in my diet and I need to take calories from someplace, I'll drop fat down a little bit. I'll never go below 0.3 grams per pound of body weight. The lowest I ever got on my cut with fat was I was down to about 50, which is a little below 0.3. So, but I wanted to keep my carbohydrate intake around 250. I didn't want to go below 250, so that's the only reason why I did that. And it was only for a short amount of time. It was not for any prolonged period of time where I would have hurt any kind of hormones or something like that. And I was still taking fish oil and my essential fatty acids every day, so I was safe there. So anyways, guys, I hope this video was informative. If you have any questions, if you think I missed anything, which I probably did, I did this video. I'm just freestyling right now, so just leave some comments. You know, make some posts on Facebook. Ask me some questions. Shoot me some messages. Whatever. Anyways, subscribe, like the Facebook page, like the video if you learned something from it. Thanks for watching.